Hey, this is Jeff, and we are here with USP Pro. In this video, we will look at how to add a contact form to any post or page. So let's get started. Here we have USP Pro installed and activated. So we can head over to USP Forms. And the easiest way to add a contact form to a post or page is to use the contact form demo. And we can leave this name demo, or we can change this name. This is only for our own reference, so we can change that if desired. Here we have the contact form demo, and it includes a description of the form and some fields that are commonly used when creating a contact form. And it also includes a hidden field that makes this form a contact form. So let's go ahead and publish this so that we can display it on a poster page using its shortcode. So we copy the shortcode, head over to Pages, pick a page, and then paste the shortcode, click Update, and view the page on the front end. And here we have a contact form. And that's really all there is to it. Users can now visit this page and contact you by entering their information and submitting the form. Now let's say that we want to customize the form a little bit. We can do that. One thing we can do is remove the description, and let's say that we don't need the URL, but we still want the name, email subject, and message. So we can update the form and refresh, and we see that it is a little bit we see that the contact form is a little bit simpler, and that can be helpful to your users. Notice that the email address and name are automatically filled in by the plugin, and as explained in previous videos, this is because we are logged in to WordPress. If we were to log out and refresh the page, it would look like this because the plugin does not know who we are. So let's close this out. That is the first way and the easiest way to add a contact form. And if we wanted to create a second contact form, we could start from scratch, or we could copy this form, click Add New, give it a title, which again, this will only be seen by us here in the admin area, and then paste the copied form content into place. Then we would publish the form. Now we can go back out, and here's our new contact form that's published. So we can use the shortcode and go back over to our example page, add our new form, and view the page. And here is our new contact form. Now, the next thing is, let's say that we want to build a contact form from scratch. We can head over to Plugin Planet, and in the sidebar here we can enter USP contact form, and here is the tutorial, make a contact form, and we can follow this tutorial. So let's go ahead and do that. We need to include all contact forms must include the email field. So we've added the email field, and instead of copying and pasting, we could also use the quick tag and add a custom label and a custom placeholder. And we can add classes and decide whether or not the field is required or not. And then click OK. Now we have a more customized email field. Let's just use the default values because I'd like to keep things simple for this tutorial. So we just click OK. And now, going back to the tutorial, The next step is to include the hidden field that makes this form a contact form, and that is because of this value right here. USP is contact. Next, we want to add some other fields, which we can do like so. Now I want to point out that technically only an email address is required for a contact form. So if we publish the form as is, then we can copy the shortcode, go to Pages, and paste our shortcode into place. Click Update, view the page, and we see a very simple contact form where people can basically send their email address. You may also want to include some other fields, such as email subject, the username, and maybe a carbon copy address. So we can copy these, return to our form that we're building from scratch, and paste those fields into place like so. And again, if we wanted to, we could use the quick tags to add these fields. We can add the, what were they? Subject name and CC, so we could click on USP subject. We could customize any of these options or just use the default values. And we also would like to have the username and the CC field. And that's pretty much it right there. So we click Update and refresh the form, and there it is. We have a contact form now that accepts the email address, email subject, the username, and this part right here is the CC. It lets the users know that a carbon copy of the message will be sent. And that happens automatically whenever this shortcode is included in the form. So that's all there is to it, and I would like to point out that required true is the default value, so technically we don't even need that. If we omit the required true attribute, these will all be required. On the other hand, if we don't want any of these fields to be required, we can enter false, but we do always want the email address to be included, so we leave that set to true. But the subject, that can be optional. I can't type today. And the name, we can also make that optional. So we can play around with these, and we can add other attributes as desired. To get a list of attributes for any of these fields, we can go to Plugin Planet and go to the sidebar here, scroll down to USP Pro, shortcodes, and here we have a list of shortcodes along with all of their attributes. We can add these attributes as needed to customize the fields, and we'll get further into that in other videos. But for now, that's pretty much it. We've just created a new contact form and displayed it on a page using its shortcode. So just to recap, we can either use a form demo, or we can copy and paste or duplicate a form demo to create a new form, or we can create a new form from scratch as we did here. And again, there are tutorials for just about everything here at Plugin Planet, so we can find USP contact form, and here is a written tutorial. So that's about it. Thank you for watching. In the next video, we'll look at how to add a registration form. So stay tuned.